ate noodles with no packet. Cereal with the can.
You know who's smart? My dryer and my fridge. You know who else is smart? Marilyn Manson. Let's figure out how so.
You thought Alice Cooper was weird? You thought Alice Cooper was out at the edge? Wait till you see this man, Marilyn Manson, 28 years old. His name is an amalgam of Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson, his two great opposites, you see. His band members are named after serial killers. In the United States Senate, they're trying to have him banned. They're so disturbed by him. Young people flock to see him all around the world. He's a shock rocket. He calls himself the Antichrist. Manson.
All right, nigga. It's not that serious.
Come and take a seat down here, Marilyn. This is a very nice cemetery, very old cemetery. We thought you'd be happy in the cemetery.
Reminds me of New Orleans.
The cemetery?
This past summer, yeah.
That's right, and you dug up, you went robbing graves there. Did you rob graves there?
We didn't rob them. See, in New Orleans, the ground is very deteriorated, so you just find bones sticking out of it. So we just plucked them. So we didn't actually rob them.
So should mums and dads be worried about you?
I think the best thing that could happen is if parents are afraid of me, they will take more time to raise their children to be more intelligent so that they can decide whether or not and how music, art, and film is going to affect their lives. Parents are afraid of losing their youth, and there's a bit of a jealousy sometimes when they see their kids identifying with something that they can no longer relate to.
The counterculture. When the youth relates to the counterculture, the only thing that the parents can do is sort of band together to put a stop to it. Which is why, especially in the 1980s and early 90s, when the parents band together to get the parental advisory sticker because they thought that the music that was coming out was too influential to the youth and it was going to corrupt their children. So all the mothers decided, hey, let's all get together and let's put parental advisory stickers so our kids know that, oh, they shouldn't be buying this. Which also brings us to the 18 plus mature rating for video games. All the same sort of ideologies. It's always what? It's always moms. Drivers against drunk driving, moms, all of that stuff, right? That's all mothers. They don't like it. They don't want it. But you know what? The more you try to stop somebody from doing something, the more they want to do it. Just like when the Air Jordan 1 was banned. Nike knew what they were doing. It was a ploy. They used the banning of the Air Jordan because it wasn't the same colors as the uniform for Chicago. And so that drove the kids crazy. They wanted this new banned shoe, the Air Jordan 1. All right, let's get back to Marilyn.
What do your mum and dad think of this?
They're big fans now. I don't think they always were, but they see that I enjoy what I do.
It's not it. Your parents are going to hate everything that you do until it starts making money. Once it starts making money, then their worry goes away. I think the majority of the time, parents don't hate on you because they don't believe in your vision. I mean, it is your vision. It's not theirs, right? But it's just they worry a lot. They just want the best for their kids, the best outcome for their kids. And that's completely understandable.
I think that's what they want more than anything.
You would have struck some controversy with the name Manson, in the States particularly?
Well, one of the points of the name was to almost a mockery of controversy, a mockery of the phoniness of show business, you know. But I thought it was interesting to take those two because of their history in popular culture. How America has put them on the same status. They're equally memorable, you know, for their own separate reasons.
But in that too, on those two names, there's also that opposites that you're constantly talking about.
Yes.
Marilyn, sex. Manson, violence. They're intertwining, I guess, is the sex. So I guess America is sex and violence. All right, well, shout out to America, guys.
So it was a perfect metaphor for me.
Yeah. It scares the heebie-jeebies out of the middle classes too, doesn't it? Out of the Bible group too, I would imagine. Manson.
Yeah, it seems like the people who are open-minded enough to understand, you know, will find something enjoyable out of what I do, whether it's entertainment or whether it's something to believe in or whether it's something to tap your foot to. And the other people who aren't open-minded enough, I guess, really deserve to be scared because the fear is what's, you know, keeping them from understanding it. The fear of themselves, usually.
And I don't want you, and I don't need you.
Now, what about the other business too? I understand there's a bit of the other business on the stage, the sex. Do you have sex on stage?
Not on a regular basis. There was one occasion that the media likes to, you know, continually
They all mention
gravitate towards. Yeah. Well, it's something exciting to mention for them. That's the extent of the sex. I mean, the show has a lot of sexual overtones, and I rarely perform in much clothing, but I don't necessarily have sex on stage.
See how perplexed the guy was of everything? But this shows you also the idea that what people fear what they don't understand. So if you're ever going through your own life and you are slightly hating on somebody or something, it's mainly because you probably don't have a deep enough understanding on the subject, and that's probably why you're hating on it. Now, counter to that, you probably might have a wealth of knowledge on the subject and might tell yourself, you know what, it's okay to hate that. Like PCP. I don't think we all need a depth of knowledge to understand that we shouldn't be taking that because we don't want to be jumping off of roofs of apartment buildings because we think giant praying mantises are coming after us. I'm just saying. Don't hate on Marilyn, dude. He's a genius.
But I'm open to suggestions if you're willing to come on stage and do some sort of duets.
Personally, no. I would find it. I don't think I could. I don't think so. It's too public. It's a sort of game, do you think?
Well,
It's not an
game,
exhibitionist.
but it's definitely
It's a game.
something that keeps me entertained. I'm as entertained by the way the world reacts to me as the way
The world is entertained by you.
entertained by me.
Well, you don't seem particularly scary at all, if I may say so. Is that disappointing?
Well, I think the scariest thing about me is that there are different sides to what I do. I'm sure if there were a devil and you were to meet him, he'd be quite charming, I'm sure. I don't think he would, set you on fire right there on the spot.
Fascism doesn't always wear jackboots. Personally, at the moment, I'm afraid. Because I don't know if you and I will be able to stand up after sitting for so long on this concrete grave.
But if you'd like, we could try and dig up some bones, but I've got to go eat lunch at some point.
Well, that's right. I've got to get.
So this nigga he's just admitting to being an old man. I like the when you can have an interview process where it breaks down and the artist can break down his process as well. It's important to understand the dualities and the depth that most artists have, because a lot of artists are also what some would call tortured souls. So it's important to understand the ideas and the sort of the notions that this artist is trying to portray through their music, through their art, because a lot of things, like I said, things that aren't understood are feared. So the fact that he was able to break it down without really diving too deeply into the true meanings of most things, because as an artist, you don't want to explain something. And not just as an artist, but just as a human being, you don't want to be caught sitting there trying to explain all your ideas and ideologies to people that most likely will not understand them. All right, guys. Jump into the rabbit hole and watch a bunch of other videos that I got on my channel, and I will catch you into the next video. I love you guys.